Hi,
For
Siki.
what exactly?
So I'm recording this conversation, and only if we both agree at the end of the conversation will it go public. So this is not a hidden recording. This is just me and you talking, and then at the very end, if we make an agreement, we will make it public, but only in that situation. Is that understood?
But I just want to know, like, what are the actually
Well,
questions?
we'll come on to that, but I just thought I'd let you know that I am recording it, so it's
Ah,
not
okay,
underhanded, and
okay.
then only if we both agree at the end would it ever go public or any parts of it go public. So I'm speaking to you now because I don't want you to waste your time creating a lot of fantastic evidence as to why in a lot of these clips, I agree, you probably weren't cheating. There's a lot of these clips that are game sense related. However, you must know that it's my understanding that I think your uncle Deadbolt has been cheating in computer games for many years. I've got Steam accounts of his with VAC bans. I've got them all interlinked. He's
Hmm.
been messing around with hacks in lots of different games. I've got hardcore evidence of him map hacking with no inhibition. Do you know what the word inhibition means when you like try and show restraint? I've got footage of a replay with Deadbolt and his 2v2 partner at the time saying it's Deadbolt. I've got him flying around the map, literally flying around the map through the fog of war. So do you understand what I mean? So I haven't shown this yet. This has come to this. I haven't kept anything back, but in the past 2 days, the link has now been made complete. So I would have brought it
Okay.
obviously to the public's attention earlier, but unfortunately I didn't have the link at the time. And I'm not trying my hardest to ban you or ban him or do anything like that. I'm just trying to be fair to everybody because loads of tournament players would quit the scene if they thought you were hacking and or they thought any Deadbolt was hacking, something like that. So I'm just trying to be fair. But
Hmm.
I promise you, I have a link to Deadbolt as a hacker in multiple computer games, and I have him hacking in Company of Heroes 2. And it's not like Brumbear may have been shot by the AT gun a minute earlier kind of thing. It's
Hmm.
literal just flying around the map. So do you understand what I'm saying so far? And can you kind of agree where I'm coming from?
Like, I understand what you say, but I just don't know actually. Like, I'm confused right now. Like, I don't see the. You
The
said you have.
relevance?
Yeah, you said you have like the a
So
link
just
and
want you
stuff.
to make things aware to you where my position is, and then I'm obviously I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I just want you to be as truthful as you can. And it's not a trap. I'm going to be honest with you what it means if you say a thing or don't say a thing, or whatever. I have you as having admitted that you were the 2 versus 2 player in some of the worst clips on your VOD the other day. You talked in the first person. You didn't argue that it was Deadbolt. You said it was you, and we've done a clicks per minute analysis of the replays to show which one's you and which one's Deadbolt. And your play is amazing. 110 APM, some of the highest we've ever seen, quite frankly, like godlike level. So we all know you're an amazing player, but it's too obvious which one the Deadbolt one is and which one the Seeking one is. And you yourself admit, for example, I'm on about the. Do you remember the AT gun chase?
Ah, the AT gun chase. Yes,
So
that's
so
me.
yeah, but we've some people in the community have started to argue that it's never you in the
Yeah.
2 versus 2 ones, it's always Deadbolt. So we know it's you in some of the 2 versus 2 games. So I'm just making you aware of that.
Hmm.
So that's just one. I'm not sure you were ever saying that, by the way. I just know some people that were defending you were saying that. So I'm this just telling you basically what I'm going to put forward as evidence from my side today. That your uncle's been hacking in games for multiple times. We've got him linked. We've got him definitely hacking. You've admitted to playing on his account on his computer. We've got you as playing both 1v1 and 2v2 games as him recently.
Recently. Nah.
Yes. Well,
N-
if you say nah, it's great, but that clip was only from 2 weeks ago, and you admitted yourself it was you on your VOD.
The
So
Kimbo one. I even got the replay of Outavik, and it's in January.
Mm,
The
yeah.
January
Oh,
game.
is it? Sorry. If I'm mistaken, I'm mistaken. A lot of what I've said is I thought it was 2 weeks ago. Maybe he recorded the clip in Jan. I don't know
I
how long
can't
he's.
even prove it. I have the replays of Outavik. I talked to
Do you
him
know what? Do you know
yesterday.
what I think it is with my timeline? Unfortunately, I don't think I was always part of this process. I think it may have been Brosras Artovic reporting to Stern Panther, and then I think
Okay.
I thought it was a lot shorter than it was. So my apologies. I'm wrong on that point. My apologies.
Because, like I said, when I admitted that I played on Deadwood's account,
Yeah,
I admitted to you, right?
yeah, but you
And
only ever said 1 versus 1.
no, we were talking about general time,
Mm.
and you like. said to me, asked me if I play in general, and
Okay.
you considered 1v1. You never asked about 2v2 anyways there.
Oh, okay, fair enough. This isn't the big proof
But
thing. It's just
anyways, like
I personally thought the AT gun clip was quite a big clip for me, and
uh,
the fact that and a lot of people have come to your defense saying it's deadbolt, etc. So I'm just pointing that out, that I'm going to say that to the
okay,
public today, and
okay.
it's not necessarily against you or what you've said. It's just what the
I
public are saying. So
I
if you have to
understand.
understand, if we're building a case against you, and I'm trying to be as fair as possible, I want to give you the chance that you've seen the evidence before it goes public, because with the timelines, didn't have chance to do this before, and to be honest, and I'm a little bit ashamed of that. I wish we talked to you before we went public, and that's a big fault of mine, and I must apologise. But it was just the quickness of it all, and the tournament coming up. I got a little bit panicky, and I just wanted to get it done.
Yeah, but even I can understand the public feel like I can understand that you had to rush it, but you could have just come to me, and even though like I can just say like, yeah, I cannot play, but whatever. Like people didn't even have to know.
I'm not a fucking lawyer or a policeman,
Okay.
I'm just trying to do my best here, so I'm gonna make a few mistakes, but just don't kill me over them. I'm just trying to be fair to everybody.
But
Yeah.
I was watching the whole night the Gaddafi stream. I couldn't even sleep because of this whole situation. Because people
mate,
are
it must be
accusing me.
incredibly stressful. It must be incredibly stressful.
I'm literally stressed. Like I was talking with Artavik and Nico yesterday. Like I invited them. I asked Artavik. I asked Nico to sit down with them, go through the clips, understand their point, and talk. And both us said like they for example some of the clips are that I'm sus, but not like 100% proof that I'm actually
even
hacking.
Kimbo thinks some of the clips are sus.
Yes, I talked to him. Yeah, all good.
But nobody. Obviously, people are very nice to you in person, because we're all nice people, and you seem like a lovely guy. It's my opinion that you've made a few mistakes recently, and you've fucked around with map packs. That's my opinion. I don't even think you needed them. I don't think you wanted them for tournaments. I don't think you wanted to get an advantage over people. I literally think you were fucking around. That is the working theory as to why your play is incredibly different. You never look in the fog of war like that. WASD camera movers don't need to, mate. You never issue an attack move deep into enemy territory. You'd be a moron if you did that.
So right now you say 100% I was cheating.
I'm not saying that. No.
Yeah, but right now you said
it's my belief.
You believe?
And
okay,
I can't prove that. I think that I know. Well, I know your uncle's been hacking.
Okay,
that's not up for debate for me anymore. I'm going to go on public record today and put all that evidence out there and just say we aren't obviously sure about Seeking, but we know his uncle's hacking. We know Seeking has been playing on his uncle's computer, and I'm not just going to say let's ban Seeking for that. I'm going to just put it to people, because the Master League thing isn't like sponsor money. If it was sponsor money, I would have just banned you, to be honest, because I can't risk the money, you know what I mean? But because it's public money and it's a community effort, it's not about risk and it's not about reputation. It's about doing the right and fair thing. So I've just got to be fair and I've got to be honest about it.
All good, I understand. Yeah.
So that's why we got to do this, man. And the allegations, you said it yourself, you would be suspect. That Brum Bear clip is enough. You would be suspect, and that's why I don't think you're being being a dick about it. You're being quite fair yourself. So we've got to figure out. And I just want to give you the opportunity now that I think, based on the deadbolt situation, I think if we put it to a vote, people would ban to disallow you from tournament play. Okay? You have to be aware of that, and you have to prepare yourself for that, because I think you probably know that is the likely result of your.
But why voting me off?
You played on his account. You played on his PC.
Yes, that's true. But it was all like. That was before I admitted it, and when I admitted it, I knew.
Let's put it this way: if we had a sponsored esports league and you were shown to be playing on somebody's account on their PC, when that PC and account had used map hacks in the same time period, what do you think the result would be? Just answer me that, and it's not a trap. I'm not going to say that's going to be our result, because I've already explained this is a community. This isn't a professional. But in a professional environment, if it was actual esports,
what is gonna happen to me if there's that on Deadbolt's account some third-party programs?
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not Relic or.
Yeah, but come on. Let's just be honest. Let's be common sense here. What would happen?
common sense would be probably a ban, yeah. But
yeah, exactly.
then
So that's if we do put this to a vote, and I think we will. That's my idea anyway. I just want to get a group of people that are trusted community members, an array of people. Like we'll probably include the likes of Sturm Tiger Gaddafi as well, as a balance. So it's not just going to be like the people that have already accused you. It'll be an array of trusted community members. I think that they would be most likely to say banned from Master League events. I think that's kind of that's where it would go. That's my feeling at the moment. I'm not certain, but that's my feeling. And it's because of the Deadbolt Association and the fact that today, as of today, I can prove that Deadbolt is a cheater in computer games. He just is. He's fucked around. He's fantasized about being a top level player in the past with loads of these Steam names named after famous Co-1 players, etc. And then 2 of his accounts have VAC bans. You do not get a VAC ban easily. It's very difficult to get. You have to use third-party apps.
I want to say something about Deadbolt. About Deadbolt, I just don't know a lot. Like about his Co-1 times or even before. He just came a good time and wanted to play Code 2. He just came to me and said like, yeah, I wanna play, I wanna learn Code 2 again and blah. He just invited me. Like I said, even before, it was never my intention to boost his rank for the tournaments, but he was like not smart and not even like thinking and signing up before even telling me really. And then I saw it. That's why I admitted to you, because I wanted to be honest. I wanted to know drama, and even before I was just like, yeah, I was saying it's not me and stuff. I felt bad, like also, I wanted to just make him happy, also, because yeah.
Well, but I already have it confirmed, but will you agree that he is the 2 versus 2 partner of Flap? And he plays with Flap on multiple accounts. Will you confirm that for me?
I do not know anything about multiple accounts. I also talked with Flap yesterday.
But your account is your Steam account is friends with Deadbolt on multiple accounts. Is already friends with Deadbolt's multiple accounts.
He does have multiple accounts, yes, but I just don't know even if he played with multiple accounts. Plus, I know that Flap is playing with him. Yes, he plays with him regularly. That's true.
Okay, so
but I just don't know if they.
I think Nagano has already made you aware of the Satup clips. Satup is a Steam account that only has one friend. It's Flap, and these are the clips that I'm going to be showing today that are 1000% map hacking. It's obscene. Is it your belief that is Deadbolt on that account?
I just don't know actually. I don't know. I asked Flap as well, and he was sketchy too, but. I just don't know.
We've got Flap as admitting it is Deadbolt. We've got Kimbo admitting it's Deadbolt, and I've got Kimbo on record as being okay with me saying this publicly. He didn't know it was map hacking at the time. I just said, who is Satup, and this was when he was, shaky after being suspended, and he said, "Oh, I've asked Flap, and it's Deadbolt." So that's Deadbolt. He has been hacking. You've played on his computer with hacks. So even if we take out all the
I played on his account with hacks, you said right now.
No. Sorry, my bad. I will retract that. You're very right. Played on his account when his computer had hacks installed. Most likely. We don't know if he uninstalled them and then reinstalled them, but they were present. You wouldn't have activated them, I'm sure, in your defense. But so you're seeing the situation now.
I see the situation. It's a really
it's a shit situation for you.
Yes, it's of course my shit situation.
But 2 things. I don't want you wasting your time.
No, of course not.
If you think you're innocent and you've got all this amazing work to do, by all means put work into it. But I do. Don't see
I was
it going
the
well
whole
for
day
you at the
yesterday.
moment.
Yeah, of course I have a really shitty. Like I'm in a shitty spot. But if I'm innocent, I wouldn't work hard. Like literally, I was talking with Artavik and Nico yesterday. I'm doing this dog all the time. I couldn't even sleep. I have literally like a couple hours of sleep, and you called me. And if I wouldn't do that, I would just like apologize to in front of the community if I'm already in this bad spot. But it just annoys me that it's not actually.
Yeah, I understand. It is shit, mate. And as I say, my working theory, and you can deny this, it's just my theory. I think on some of your games you've played, I think map hacks have been enabled. I don't think in tournament games. I'm not sure about the Nagano clips versus him in ML4, But there's some stuff that just is not possible in Company Heroes 2, in my opinion, unless like
with the boom bear
your
shot, I have
IQ is.
I have a good explanation on my dog.
I've seen the
The AT
M42
gun.
shot. I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
the AT gun, when I rush it with my folks, I have the replay from Artavik, and you can see on before the 10 seconds, I see the AT gun even capping on the VP. It's spotted, but on the clip, you don't see it. You don't see
my clip goes on for a very long time. My clip is
I can show
1 minute and
you
20
even
seconds before.
I can. Okay, but you don't believe me right now that I saw it on the VP.
No, I believe you. I think the Brum Bear could be a false flag.
No, I'm talking about the AT gun. No. I'm talking about the else game.
The Elst game. Sorry, my mistake. Right.
The Brum Bear one.
The reason I bring the Elst game up isn't the fact that you cornered an AT gun and went differently. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. I've seen top level players do that in 2v2 before. So I actually never considered the Elst clip as crazy.
Okay, because before that you said that I cornered the MG and it was a good.
The reason I think it's important is because it is a clip a lot of people think is suspect, and it is you playing as Deadbolt. And then other people were saying, "Oh, that's dead." And, that's why I brought it up at the start of the call. And I wanted to clear that up for people that you did play as Deadbolt, and the Deadbolt name is you. That's all in those games, right?
But
and it is obvious because he's a rank 300 to 500 player, similar to myself, and you're top 5 in the world. So it's just obvious, but some people might not know that. That's all. On a lot of these clips, you will be able to explain it, and there will be moments. But can you agree that there are some clips that are just suspect? It's like, what the fuck's going on, kind of thing.
Most of the clips also before context. Like the Boom Bear one, I was like, okay, this is like weird, but then I was actually looking on the clip more times, and it's basic how I can explain it. That's why I made a doc, try to explain every clip,
Yeah.
And go through it, and that's why I also ask you to have the replays. Otherwise, if I'm guilty, I wouldn't even care. I would just admit. But that's why I'm asking for you to give me the replays to show I'm not guilty. I could be just admit like the Deadbolt thing with the account sharing. I would just admit, be sorry, try my best to
Do you
change
understand, by the
myself.
way, that your clips were flagged before I realised that Deadbolt was a hacker? So this is actually in reverse. So we're actually now starting at the end.
Yeah, but it's all because the most I probably know how that happened. In like 2 weeks, me and Kimbo were playing 6 to 7 hours of game time. All the time, every day, in the morning to the evening, we were playing because we were preparing for the 2v2 upcoming invitational one. And of course, we were sniping Asha and Brothers non-stop. And there's so many games we actually played against them. These clips are only also showing the games where we won. Where I magically being a god, making the best decisions. It wasn't hard for people
to find these clips, by the way. I was actually part of it. They were finding these clips really quickly. It wasn't like they were spending 20 replays per clip.
But we lost a lot of games as well. I do so many mistakes. Why are they not concluded? Why is it only showing as I'm the best Code 2 player? I do no mistakes. No one can win against me. I'm the god sniper player. But I'm just a normal human. I can do mistakes.
How can you not know that Deadbolt was map hacking, though? How can you not know that? And how can you not be aware of his cheating in the past, etc.? Are you just not close to him personally? I thought he was family to you, and I'm sorry to bring
I can be honest, like in that I wasn't close to him at all. This Code 2 thing made me close to him. Before, like I'm 11 years younger than him. And in the past, I did see him play and stuff. When I was more little, like I wasn't frequently visiting him or something like that. I just don't know his history. I don't know that. This Code 2 thing, I don't know when he came, but it was like last year. He came to me, wanted to play. I took him, like why not? And then we got close. He got into this game. He asked me, "Oh, you want to come by?" and stuff like that. I said, yeah, why not? That's why I got close to him. Before that, no, there was nothing with him.
Interesting.
And yeah, And of course, it was already sketchy for myself that he just have a lot of Smurfs or something like that, and saying to me that, oh, I played, like, he was so proud and saying like, oh, I'm trying to get better in 1v1, blah, this and this. Can you tell me how I can play with this build order? I was trying to tell him the meta, trying to teach him the game, and he kept asking me how to play, how the build order is. And he was so proud. Oh, I won against top 100, top 50 or whatever. And I was like, good, yeah, keep going. And when I was at him, like before this the account sharing thing happened, he just asked me like, yo, can you play on my PC? I didn't even think like, okay, I'm gonna play on my account. It was my mistake there, It was my mistake.
I've had people around my house playing as me before. I mean, me, Dev, M, and Loveness set on a SETI. I lost one game. They won 2 games. It was,
yeah,
I've done that before, and it's just.
I just didn't think about it. So I kept playing. When he invited me, I stayed at his place over one day. Even a lot of people know that also. Like Kimbo knew it. I was on his Discord. I was on his home. Because he's living alone, he's bored. So I was thinking like, all right, he's my family. I can give him some company, And yes, so I did not know anything about his history. I know that BK Mod, BK Mod, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday he came in the channel in Discord.
Yeah.
And I was with Nico and Atavik. And he said like, what happened with you? Like he was curious. And then he laughed like, oh, Deadbolt, no, Deadpool is back and the drama is coming. So I was like, what happened? Oh yeah, there's a huge history with women.
Is he
in Call 1 that he was lying or something like that? Yeah. And I was confused. I asked him, asked him what happened, and he said that there was some times where like you said, that he tried to show himself as a top level player. So he changed names, for example, right? And he lied also to the community of the Core 1 in the past. And I just don't know anything about this. You can even ask BK Mod. That's a really good idea. Ask BK Mod. Because I asked him, he tried to explain me that he was just lying or something, tried to show himself as a top level player, even though he wasn't. And that he always showed himself as a top 10 player, which you said as well. And then I was just like, actually, he's right. Like when I was playing it, and he was like, also when he was playing, when I remember on his PC, when I was at his place, I was just watching TV, and he was sitting next to me playing the game. He was like losing, and said like, oh man, I cannot win this game. Can you please play? And I will watch you next to you, And I was just like, yeah, why not? Like, okay, sure.
I mean, that's not bannable offense, mate.
And I did that multiple times. Not gonna lie,
playing before a tournament 1v1s was the bad thing for Master League, and
yes,
I mean that could have been a lot worse had you not admitted it. I mean, if you hadn't admitted it, we probably would have banned you from Master League for life just for that, because that's boosting. But
yes, that's why I also admitted. Because I felt bad. I wanted to know. I didn't want to any drama. That's why I came up like, you asked me at the beginning, like, but I was like, no, I don't want a drama. I want to be honest. Come up to public.
So I'm interested in seeing all of your explanations. It's important that by the way, I do not believe that the Fog of War is different in replays than in live, and I've got proof of that. I don't know who on earth thinks it's different. But
how did that happen with Askrens?
The Askrens clip is stuff. I don't know why you wouldn't have sprinted before. If you could see them coming up the bush, the
Pathfinder thing, edge, the Katyusha edge. Like, of course, I can understand the point of view of you guys and saying, okay, there's no 100% that there's that it's synced or something. But why is it happening on edge? And I was preparing for the Katyusha shot also, and I can understand the point. And of course, it's harder for me because I don't have the recorded videos. And this is like a really hard position to get out, but it's the only way I can explain and try to convince you guys. And of course, everyone can make their own opinion.
Yeah, but what I'll say though is that less is more sometimes when disproving people. So don't overdo it. Just be precise and to the point.
Yes,
don't kill yourself, because people will not spend 3 hours listening or 2 days reading. Just be precise and to the point, because people will make their own mind up. I think this has been a productive call. I think we both know where we all stand now. And I think you feel like it's not. Hopefully not being like a brutal. It has been a brutal witch hunt, and that is unfortunate. But not
Yeah,
from
like you
not
don't
from
know
me
how many
and
messages I got.
oh,
Like,
I know. I bet it's awful, mate. But you have to understand that other than not telling you beforehand, I think this has been a good way to go because you're a very famous player, and it's good to be transparent with the public. It's nice to have the information out there so people can make their own mind up, you know. And I think so far the information has been reasonable. But hopefully today will clear a lot of things up and it'll be a lot more professional and people will understand that this process is attempting to be fair, although it's not always succeeding. And hopefully people agree that, you know, and maybe you can get some sleep tonight and then we'll and
I'm a
then
good. I cannot see my. Anyways,
yeah,
yeah.
well, as well, Seeking. Obviously, you won't be able to play in this tournament this weekend, but I think we should postpone all this shit for one weekend as well and just get some stuff out there today. I would say release your Google document with your proofs on, if you can. Maybe summarize a little bit and just say, AE asked me to release this early. I will do a part 2 next week. But I think we should postpone all of this bullshit just for a couple of days and just give ourselves a break. And
Like,
just
I want to
enjoy the tournament
cooperate
this
with
weekend.
you, you know. Like, if you would have come to me before that, I would be open towards you. Anyways, I like to talk anyways.
How do you think Kimbo's still allowed to play in this community? It's not because he didn't IP share with Prodigali and King of the Hill. It's because he's actually been mature and he's cooperated after that. Barton, another famous example, always mature and cooperative after he's found to be doing something stupid, and that's, I think, players, you know, it helps everybody, and just less bullshit the better. So far, the only bullshit you're proven to have done is you played on somebody's account, and that today I think we can conclusively prove that that person is a cheater. So that's all I'm going to be trying to do today, and then I'm going to be presenting your stuff as well. I'm going to say you're still suspended, you know, for at least this weekend. Kimbo can play. Deadbolt obviously was never going to play anyway. Fair enough. We'll get some weird messages about our gender or
like,
you know,
I apologize to everyone. I apologize to everyone who gets like hate messages of him or something like that. Like, it makes me cringe also, you know. And everything when Deadbolt started to come to me, it gave me a really bad reputation. Everything went downhill. Like, before that, I was fine with most of the people, and then Deadbolt did some shit, and then this account thing, and you know, and now this is coming up. I just like, I wish he wouldn't come, like he wouldn't have texted me in the past coming to code to
it's
actually.
a sad thing to say about family, but sometimes you know,
just...
they can be a bad influence and stuff. So let's just leave it there. I've made my opinions clear. I hopefully been fair, and I think you've been really good to talk to as well. So do you agree that we can make this public? I think a lot of people would find it helpful personally.
Well, does it really help? Yeah, sure. Like, I the story about the Deadbolt, like, this was really the honest, like, the way I.
Are you okay with that really... being public? 'Cause I think you were
yes,
fair.
actually, yes. Just see, and I apologize to everyone that I did mistake with the account sharing. I'm really not proud of that. That's why I started to not do it anymore. Because why should I risk myself to get banned completely on the Master League ones? Because, you know, I was so much in training, hard training to get better, to show myself, improve, like proving myself, and I was also looking forward in the next tournaments to prove myself on cam. Like, I was even fine to use any cam, screen share, or something else, you know.
Okay.
Also,
let's leave it for a week now. You get your evidence together as your full explanations and give yourself time. Feel free to release a summary today if you want. And then next week, what we'll do, I think the best way to go forward is we'll have a blind vote, and we'll have trusted people, an array of people, maybe 20, 30 people, and we'll just give them the evidence. Master League orientated people like referees, patrons, and maybe a list of players that we both agree are unbiased. You know, like Nagano tries to be unbiased, I would say. Yeah, would you agree? I think he's a good one. DevM, I think he tries to be unbiased. So we just get some people we agree are unbiased, like top players. Maybe not so much like Brostras Artovic or Ashablar. I think they're quite...
Asha hates me. I was so fine with him. I was so fine with him. I was actually a good friends. And then all of a sudden, accused... I don't talk with cheaters. You're a fucking cheater bastard and stuff like that. And
so what I'm saying is some of these guys have gotten hot-headed. I did for a time. and I have to control myself too. But the
Yeah,
people
I
that haven't,
understand.
so we just get a list of players, and then we both agree, and then we give them all the evidence. And I think that might be a good step forward. I'm not even sure that is the best way to do it, by the way. I'm still thinking, but I think that might
The voting itself, like,
provisionally.
what does the voting actually do? Like, what is the question for
It
the
would
voting?
just be, the question would be, are you comfortable with Seeking playing in the Master League from this point onwards, or would you prefer that he didn't? And that's simple as that. We're not saying it. We're not. But I don't want to fuck around with ban. Mate, I have nothing to do with Relic. Literally, I don't care. I just care about the fact that I have that Patreon set up and it goes into my PayPal and I have to give players money and it has to be true.
I
And
understand that
that's all
completely.
that's
That's
all I
really
care about.
that's fine. That's fine.
I'm
Like,
not affiliated with Relic. I don't want any permabans or anybody. I'm just trying to sort this out. And I think let's talk it. Keep it there now. We've done how long has this been? 30 minutes. Perfect. All right. You have a good weekend, mate. Or try to at least, and hopefully you can watch some of these games and just clear your mind a little
like
bit.
I wanted to ask about one thing. Sorry.
Go on. Sorry.
It's because of the document, I'm trying to explain every clip, and there was
Yep.
a lot of Boswas clips. Like Boswas made like three playlists. There's a lot of things which is easy to explain, like on yourself.
Yeah, there's too many. Don't concentrate on them.
So I concentrate on the
identified that. The Stern Panther playlist is a good one, and then
Okay.
that second document is a good one.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah, just a lot of the Boswas clips. Some of them I agree were just normal play. So we already got rid of some of them. I agree. All right, mate. We'll speak soon anyway, and hopefully you can get some sleep. Cheers.
Thank you, man.